everyone. All right, so today we are back on, and today we're going to talk about debt. Debt. To be or not to be? What is the conclusion of the matter? I don't like debt. For me, the issue is that I don't like feeling beholden to anyone. And basically that is what debt is, right? If I am earning an income every month, it grieves me to know that a portion of my hard-earned money is going to somebody else. Basically, it's like I'm working for them, and I just really can't stand that. Have I ever had debt? Yes. I had a credit card. Well, I had two credit cards. I had loans, and I rejoiced the day when they all ended. When I canceled my credit card, when I paid off my loan, it was one of the happiest days of my life to know that, hey, my entire salary now belongs to me to determine what I want to do with it. For my first credit card, I got um, I got it because it was available. And but I knew this is a thing. Even in getting the credit card, I knew to myself that hey, I didn't want a high limit. So my first credit card limit was very low because my rationale behind it was that if I lose my income, I must be able to pay off this credit card in one go, right? So I understood the whole concept of debt and owing, but I never really had a problem with it because at the end of the day, I'm earning an income. I can pay it off, make sure that you clear your credit card, make sure you don't owe anything. And that was my resolution, right? No bank was not going to make any interest off me, but that was in the beginning. Um, Eventually I started rationalizing that hey, all right, if I leave this balance, this is the amount of this is the amount of interest I'm going to end up paying. Am I willing to pay that? And if I was willing to pay that, then I might not pay off all my credit card for that month. You get me? Um, so it became a thing. It eventually evolved into a thing where I wasn't paying off all the credit card, and so I had a balance on it, right? And that is what I realized. Sometimes you will start off good, but then life happens and things just get out of control. I met this lady who she was having some troubles with her credit card. This is somebody who managed her credit card. She was excellent with it every month. She paid it off, don't owe anything. She's one of those persons that the banks wasn't making any money on. But then her mother got sick, and then she got pregnant, and then she wasn't working as much hours, and so income slash mother sick, she used the credit card and then couldn't pay it back, and so the interest just started growing, and it came to a point where she had to go into the bank to try and resolve it. And believe you me, when your credit card reach a certain place, the banks them not gonna help you. So for me, I'll just rather avoid all of that and just be done with. I I remember one time thinking that I needed to increase my savings. And I looked at my salary and I said, oh, I can't afford it. Right? And then a couple months later, with the same salary, I took out a loan and convinced myself that, hey, yeah, man, I can pay it off. And I'm looking at those moments and saying, Elise, if you could find the money to pay a loan, and this loan you're going to be stuck with for 5 years, then why couldn't you invest? Why couldn't you save? So I rather investments and savings over debt any day. Um, if I could go back in time with the knowledge that I have now and my belief system, I would have delayed purchasing a vehicle. I would have instead put that money into an investment and then probably buy my vehicle cash because I think I'll car loan is one of the worst things you can take. A car is one of the worst things that you can take out a loan on. A car loan is a car is depreciating from the moment that you purchase it. That thing is depreciating, so it's really a liability on your books. And especially as a young person, you need to be building assets, not creating liabilities. So my car I never needed the car. I acknowledged that from the get-go. I just wanted a car at that point in time. Has the car been a convenience? Yes, it has been. And in my current job, it's something that I need to have. But back then that wasn't the case. Back then I could have done without it. Back then I could have taken that money, invested it, and be much better off financially. So I just think that there are just better ways than going into debt. Are there occasions when I would take out a loan? Yeah, like a mortgage. Mortgage is probably one of the only reasons why I would say, yeah, get a loan, because at the end of the day, the house is appreciating in value. You can buy a house for $12 million this year. If push comes to shove and you need to sell it in the next 2 years, the value more than double. You get back your money plus more. So yes, a mortgage is good. Would I say take out a loan for business? No. There's things that you want to achieve in the future, right? Everybody and their mother want to own a house. Everybody and their mother in a Jamaica want to go in a business. Believe you me, I speak to people on a regular basis, and everybody's goal is to own a house, to have a family, and to own a business. Now, if you know that these are the things that you want to accomplish in your future, then you need to start preparing financially for them. So what you do, you start put down money for those moments. If you need to buy a house, you know say you're going to need a deposit. You need to save up at least 20% of the deposit of the value of the property, right? So start saving from now. Don't make it that in the next 5 years you decide say you want a house and you have to be scoring for it, or you have to take out the option of a loan, right? To me, that just doesn't make sense. You know that you have kids. That's one of the things. You have children and you're going to want a future for them. Start putting aside for their education, instead that at the end of the day you decide that, oh yeah, you're going to school, I forgot to take out a loan. If you're able to pay that monthly payments for a loan, when the time comes, then you need to consider that you can more than able to put aside that money per month. All right. So there are other options to borrowing, and the sad truth of the matter is, debt might give you the thing that you want immediately. You're going to get it same time. You don't have to wait. And that is the issue. People don't want to wait sometimes. If you have to wait, you wait. Delay the gratification. Go and invest. If you know so you need it, invest more, save more. It's just a sad reality when you look to people, you're asking them about their finances, and 50% of their income is debt. That makes absolutely no sense. So my hope, my dream is that more and more people will move away from debt. In fact, if you're talking about proper financial management means that you need to ensure that your debt is that you have no debt or you have very little debt. All right. So I wanted to share that with you today. I really hope that you learned something from it. I really hope that you take what I say. If it is that you have any other questions, feel free to post them down below. I'll definitely try and respond to them. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.